Hello there, everybody. My name is S. Khan. Today we'll be talking about cascading style sheets or CSS. Cascading style sheets or CSS is a very important subject. With that, we'll learn how to create beautiful dynamic web pages. You'll be able to add background colors, change the font size, change the text color, add many special effects. So you will be able to see, as you create your web pages, how to add presentation aspects to your web pages out there. We'll just go over the practical aspects of it. We'll touch a little bit on the theoretical aspects, but I think it's very important that you learn the basic features and learn the practical aspects first before we dive into the theory of how it works, because it can get complicated out there. The goals of this course is to make sure that at the end of the day, you'll be able to create beautiful web pages with special background colors, special fonts, special text, and many other things. And this will allow you to ornate your web pages or to create special effects to your web pages out there. Now, the prerequisite for the course is you should know a little bit about hypertext markup language, HTML. HTML is a language that is used to create web pages out there. If you don't have the requirement, don't worry. I'll give a brief synopsis when I bring up the slides as to what HTML is and how it works. So, you'll get a little bit of introduction. But when you do go home, you can practice a little bit about HTML, practice a little bit about it, and that should suffice. So, let me tell you a little bit about CSS. CSS is an integral part of HTML. There's a symbiotic relationship between CSS and HTML. HTML cannot live without CSS, and CSS cannot live without it. Some people say that HTML is to CSS. HTML without CSS is simply inefficient, and CSS without HTML is plain ridiculous. So, with that idea of mind, we should know that we have to know both CSS and HTML, but this course is about CSS. I'll now bring up the slides that tell you how the background colors and various special effects are created, and from that we'll go into a little bit of theoretical aspects to the CSS style sheets as we go along. Now let's bring up the HTML file with the blue background color. Now here we have the blue background color file. As you can see, the style section is on top here, and at the bottom we have the HTML section. Here is the HTML section. It's the HTML section. Now, I told you that I'll give you a brief synopsis what a HTML file looks like. Although there is a logical separation, the style section is on top, HTML section in the bottom. They can reside in the same file. For the purpose of simplicity, we'll keep both of them in the same file. Now, the HTML section starts with the HTML tag. It basically tells you that it's an HTML document. Then you have the title tag. It tells you this is the title of the page. This is my title, and we close the title with the slash title out there. Then we introduce the body tag, and the body tag has a in style. You should remember in style attribute here. It says the background color is blue. This is a little bit different than the style section, because here we are specifying the style within the HTML tag itself. So next we have the paragraph. We say the paragraph is the blue background color, and this is the body of my paragraph, and then we end it with the /p, /body, and /title, and /HTML. So as you can see in the style section, inline style, I've said the background color colon blue. This always takes precedent. If you if you specify in the style section here that background color blue, this is logically separate from the inline section. Uh, Here we have blue, but this will not have as the greater precedence than the inline style. So the other one wins because of this. You get the because of this you get the blue color, not because of the style section on top. So we will save this file, and we'll click on the file to see that the blue background color comes up. So we'll go into the file section, we look at CSS data, and we click on HTML blue background color blue large. So let's click on it, and voila, we do see the web page came up with a blue background color, and the body says blue background color. This is the body of my paragraph. Now we will see what happens if we change the color to a red background color. We'll see this. We'll change the CSS style or cascading style sheet to have a red background color. So we'll exit this one, and we'll bring up the red background color file. So let's see where it is. Blue, red background color. So here we have the HTML file with the style section on top, and here we say that the background color is red. So because we said the background color is red, it will print the web page in red background color. So let's see if we see, we'll save this file, and we'll double click on it to see that the red background color came up. So let's save it, and background color red, and we do see that the web page came up with red background color, and our body text has red background color. This is the body of my paragraph. So I've shown you how to change the background color from blue to red using CSS style. Now I'm going to show you how to change the font size with CSS style out there. So we'll bring out the font. This is again, we have the style section on top, as I mentioned before. So, and we added a new property called font size, and the font size has the size of 20 out there. So when we save it, it will print a font that is of size 20. It is a smaller font. It will not come out big, but we'll save the file and see, double click on the file to see that the small file came up. So let's click on this small font size. Blue small font. So here we have the small font file. We'll click on it, and we see that the blue page came up, and the font size is really small. This is the font size here. So we have changed the font size. Now we'll change the font size to a large size so that we can see, and let's see what the effect of that is. So let's bring up the large font size file. So we have the HTML section with large font size, and here we see the font size is 75. So we have changed the font size from 20 to 75, and when we save it and click on it, we'll see a larger font size. So we'll save the file here, and we will click on the large font size, and we'll see the effect of large font here. So we see that the blue web page came up and we have a large font. We have this CSS style tech effect. And basically, so far we have shown you two things. We have shown you how to change web background color and how to change the large font. Now let's see how we can change the color of the text. Here we have black text color and we want to change it to a red text color. So let's do that. Let's bring up the HTML file with red text color. And here we have the file with the red text color, and in the style section here, we have a new property called color red. This is for text color, and we say that its value is red. So we have a new property with a value red, and if we save it, we will change the text color to red. So we'll save it and we'll click on the red text color file, and we'll see that the text color has changed to red. It is a blue background page, and it has changed its color badge, not magically, but we have specified in the CSS, so it has done it. So I've shown you some basic features of CSS. You have learned how to change the background color. You have learned how to change the font size, and you have learned how to change the text color. Now we'll bring up the web HTML document in greater magnification and talk about some theoretical aspects of it. Now we have a HTML file. We see that this file has an ID attribute, my body here, and then next to that is an inline style that we have. IDs and inline styles are used to assign specificity out there. The reason we call it cascade is because we can assign priorities to cascading style sheets, and it is based on important declarations, the origin of the style sheet, and specificity. These are more of theoretical aspects. I've shown you the basic features. We'll go more into inheritance, specificity, how page is loaded, absolute positioning in the next installment. Thank you very much.